If your brokerage revenue depends on you selling homes, you don't own a business. You own a high-stress job with lots of risk, liability, and overhead. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a brokerage that increases per agent production, results more agents, generates more revenue and profit, and runs on company-generated leads instead of your personal production. We're covering the full playbook: lead program, KPIs, training cadence, standards, and accountability. And yes, how to become the Zillow in your market without paying Zillow arm and a leg. For quick context, if you are new to my channel, I'm Alan Kushmakov. I've been in real estate since 2013, sold over 500 homes personally, led a 17-agent team doing 200+ sites a year, grew my brokerage, Best Homes Real Estate, from 7 agents to adding hundreds of agents with over 4,000 closings and $1.5 billion in sales value, which I recently moved to eXp Realty. I work with over 200 broker owners across the country. I've seen the same problems killing the same brokerages over and over again. Today, I'm going to give you the system to fix them. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure you give it a like, join our community, and when the time works for you, you can go to the first link in the description and book a call with me at the time that works for you the best. In 2026, the brokerages that win control two things: attention and offer. Attention means you can get agents to listen. Offer means you give them the reason to join and stay. And the number one offer that works in any market right now is simple: consistent, predictable lead flow. Because splits are racing to the bottom. Culture matters, but it's not enough on its own. Agents want one thing: they want more closings. So if you can reliably help an agent close more deals, you become the platform. You become the destination, and recruiting becomes a completely different conversation. There's that old saying: give a man a fish and he eats for a day. Teach a man a fish and he eats forever. The best brokerages do both. Track one, they teach agents how to generate their own leads. They develop skills, independence, long-term capability. Track two, they provide company leads to the agents. That gives them immediate momentum, consistency, and your most powerful recruiting magnet. Every agent in your brokerage should have two pipelines running at all times: self-generated and company-provided leads. This is how you increase per agent production and reduce the churn that is quietly killing your brokerage right now. So let's start with part one: how to build a brokerage lead engine and how to become the Zillow in your market and keep the margins high. Here's the mind shift that most broker owners never make. You don't need to buy Zillow leads. You don't have to pay 40% plus referral fee. You need to become Zillow inside of your own brokerage. Most brokerages are doing one of two painful things: they keep a high split and don't provide enough value, so recruiting is hard and retention is even worse. In the absence of value, splits and fees are going to be an issue most of the time. Or they spend thousands per month in portal leads like Zillow, Realtor.com, etc. that get shared across dozens of other agents, and their people are still competing on speed and luck. That's not strategy. That's renting your pipeline. The better move: become the lead generator, become the lead aggregator. Whether it's Meta or it's Google Ads, landing pages, or Messenger, AI follow-up, appointments, closings, now you can control the attention. You control the opportunities. And instead of paying portals to keep the profit, your brokerage keeps it and reinvests it back into the business. Because you're providing both the opportunity and the system. You can hold a real margin, typically about 40% on the company-provided leads. The typical common structures that we use is 60-40 split on company leads, agent keeps 60, brokerage keeps 40, or 50-50 split if you're providing heavy support like ISA and TC services. This is how you build a lead program that functions like Zillow, but your agents win with more closings, and your brokerage actually becomes profitable. Step two: one offer, one funnel, don't get fancy. Most brokerages fail with lead gen because they try to run 5 campaigns, 5 different offers at once, and optimize none of them. Start with one offer, one campaign, pick one: new builds, down payment assistance programs, or off-the-market deals. Regardless, in most of those cases, buyers are motivated. They're incentivized to go and look and write offers on these properties, right? One offer, one landing page, one calendar link, Your goal is not leads. Your goal is appointments. Everything's built around that one outcome. Step 3, install speed to lead. AI first, human touch second. Leads die with time. If your response time is 2 hours, you're done. Here's the system. AI responds within 60 seconds, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including holidays. Agent calls within 5 minutes during the business hours. Agent text within 5 minutes if they can't call. Follow-up cadence runs for a minimum of 14 days automatically and up to 52 weeks. The division of labor is simple. AI's job is to contact, qualify, and book. Agent's job, consult, convert, and close. The AI runs a real discovery conversation before the agent ever gets involved. They find out about their timeline, motivation, pre-approved status, price range. Qualified leads get booked directly into the agent's calendar. The agent shows up to a warm, pre-vetted appointment. With AI managing speed to lead and initial nurturing process, we've seen conversion rates of 2 to 5% depending on the skill of the agent and return on the ad spend up to 50x.
If you're an agent listening to this, let me ask you something. How predictable is your pipeline? Because most agents aren't struggling with the skill, they're struggling with the opportunity. You can be the best agent in the world, but if you don't have conversations with buyers and sellers, you're not closing deals. That's where fastlead.io comes in. We help agents create consistent opportunities. No random leads, no guessing where the next deal is coming from, a real pipeline that turns conversations into closings. That's what we're here to build. If you want my playbook to increase your business without burning out, book a call below.
All right, step number 4, the math. From ad spend to the brokerage profit using conservative numbers. Monthly ad spend on meta ads is about $1,000, right? $1,000. Leads at around $5 each, so that's about 200 leads. Contact rate at 30%, so that's 60 conversations. Appointment set rate at 20% of contacts, that's about 12 appointments set. And appointments held rate is at 70%. 8 appointments held. Close rate, 25% of held. So that's 2 closings per month. Average GCI per closing is $10,000. Total GCI produced, $20,000. Brokerage keeps 40% of that. On a 60-40 split, that's $8,000 gross. Minus ad spend, which is $1,000, net brokerage revenue is $7,000 a month. That's $84,000 per year from one simple lead engine at conservative numbers with zero personal production from you, the broker. And as your agents get better at conversion, which we'll cover in part 3, those numbers compound significantly. Now imagine this with 400 or 600 leads per month and making over $100,000 in additional revenue per year. Step 5, routing and monetization. Protect the spend. Company leads must be monetized or they become a money pit. Here are the 2 models you can use all 3 simultaneously for different tier. Model A, company provided deals, run at 60-40 or 50-50 split. Agents earn access. Agents unlock lead flow by meeting weekly performance standards. This protects your ad spend and incentivizes activity. Miss the standard, leads pause. Model B, agents pay for leads. Agents pay a platform fee plus a 10% referral fee on every closing. It works well for part-time agents who want access without the full accountability commitment. Performance protects your ad spend. The split funds the machine. My preferred structure is company leads. It allows us to have a high margin and provides a higher value to the agents. Leads are a privilege, not entitlement. When agents understand that, they work them. When you give leads away for free with no standards, they disappear into a black hole. All right, part 2, the KPI system that drives per agent production. Look, we can measure what we don't track. The brokerage scoreboard allows you to track your weekly KPIs. These are your engine health metrics. Review them every single week, no exceptions. Here's what we track. Leads generated plus cost per lead. Target under $6. Speed to lead response time. Target under 60 seconds with AI. Contract rate, target 30%. Appointments set, weekly total across all the agents. Appointments held, very important, 70%. Contracts written, weekly total, all agents. Closings, monthly total by the lead source. Cost per appointment, target under $150, right? Cost per closing, lead cost versus GCI produced. Now the return on the ad spend, our target is about 10x, minimum 20x with AI. The agent scoreboard tracks daily and weekly KPIs. This is what they track. Every agent working company leads tracks their inputs, visible to us, the brokers or team leaders, in real time. Outbound calls made, minimum 250 a week. Live conversations, minimum 50 a week. Appointments set, minimum 2 to 3 per week. Appointments held, that's very important as well. It's tracked separately. Offers written, listings signed weekly. CRM updates, same day, every day, interaction logged in. Follow-up attempts per lead, minimum 30 touches over the next 30 days. And then pipeline value, total estimated GCI in active pipeline. If conversations go up, closings go up. It's not magic, it's math. The agent who makes 250 calls a week for a year will always outperform the agent who makes 400 calls in a burst and burns out. Post these numbers publicly inside of your brokerage. Create visible accountability. Celebrate the inputs, because the inputs in October are the closings in December. Part 3, standards and accountability. Look, most of the brokerages don't have standards. They have preferences, they have suggestions, they have hopes. High-performance brokerages have standards, clear, measurable, enforced, tied to consequences. And here's what I've learned after years of doing this. Agents do not resent high standards. They resent unclear standards. When everyone knows exactly what's expected, what's tracked, what happens when it's missed, agents feel safe. They respect the culture, and the best agents seek you out. Here are the weekly minimum standards for lead access. Gotta have at least 250 outbound calls. Live conversations, minimum 50 a week. Appointments set, 2 to 3 per week. Appointments held, 2 a week. CRM compliance updated daily, no exceptions. The rule is simple. Hit standards, you get leads. Or we get you more leads. Miss standards, leads paused or reduced. No motion, no drama, just standards. So the accountability stack as follows. Daily CRM input tracking, calls, conversations, appointments, visible to the broker in real time. Weekly pipeline review. Every agent presents active leads, appointments and contracts, no hiding. Monthly 30-minute one-on-ones. Review numbers, identify any bottlenecks, set a 30-day targets. Then quarterly performance review. Agents below standard receive a written improvement plan with a clear 90-day timeline. Consequence, consistent underperformance lose lead access first. Agents who fail to improve after 90-day plan have a conversation about the fit. And here's the deal. Accountability is not punishment. It's the most respectful thing you can do for someone who says they want to succeed. It means you take their goals as seriously as they claim to. All right, part 4, the training cadence that raises conversion. Leads don't fix conversion, reps fix conversion. And here's what I know from scaling a brokerage. The agents who attend your training sessions close more deals. The data makes it impossible to ignore. When you track closings per agent against training attendance, the correlation is undeniable. You need 3 layers of training running simultaneously. Daily huddles, at least 15 minutes in a group setting. You review 1 script and practice it, 1 common objection addressed, 3 live reps, even if it's just 2 agents paired together. Look, this keeps the skills sharp between the bigger weekly sessions. Then we got weekly sessions. All right, 60 minutes, again, in a group setting. On Mondays, KPI review, pipeline presented by every agent, broker coaches in real time on stalled deals and opportunities. On Wednesdays, it's roleplay, these 30 minutes, rotating scenarios, cold calling, objection handling, appointments close, price reduction conversations. You record that and you review it. Monthly, you got a 90 minutes of deep dive clinic, pricing strategy, handling objections at scale, buyer consultation mastery, listing appointment close. Take one of your top agents and spotlight it. Have your best converter walk the room through the last 3 closings, what made the difference. It's a 3-stage conversion system. Every agent working lead should know and practice this framework until it's automatic. Stage 1, speed to lead. Respond within 5 minutes. Call first, text immediately after. The agent who reaches the lead first wins about 78% of the time. Stage 2, discovery process. Ask before you tell. What's driving them to move? What's their timeline? Have they spoken with a lender? What matters the most for them? Master this conversation and appointment rates will double. And stage 3, the actual appointment. Prepare, open with rapport and confirmation. Present as a diagnostic expert. Close a clear and specific next step. The agents who follow this cadence without deviation will always outperform agents who wing it. Not because they're more talented, because they're more disciplined. All right, part 5, turn lead flow into your best recruiting offer. When your lead engine is running, recruiting gets completely different. You stop competing on split percentages and start competing on value. And your offer becomes simple. We teach you to generate your own leads, and we provide predictable company leads if you meet our standards. Producers love that because performance-based systems reward performance. New agents love that because momentum beats a blank calendar every single time. And your brokerage wins because the math is compounding in your favor. More closings per agent, better agent results, stronger recruiting story. More agents, more lead program revenue. More revenue, more reinvestment into the engine. Not only does consistent lead gen help agents close more transactions, it is the offer that attracts agents who want to close more transactions. And more agents closing more transactions equals more revenue. More revenue creates more profit. More profit creates the business you actually set out to build. All right, part 6, build a business not dependent on your production. This is what most broker owners never actually get to. They build something real, a team, a brand, volume, and they're still selling homes to keep the lights on. Because the business was never designed to run without them. Look, I know this because I lived it. I had 30 plus agents and I was still personally producing to fill the gap. The business had grown, but I hadn't built the infrastructure to step back from it. Here's what that infrastructure looks like. Consistent and predictable lead flow. AI for speed to lead and initial qualification. The machine runs 24/7 without you or your agents. Agent success coach owns training, accountability, and weekly pipeline reviews. Operations etc system. Smooth closings without the broker in every transaction. When those 4 roles are in place, your job changes completely. You're no longer in the business. You are building the business. Your job becomes to protect the engine, enforce the standards, build leaders, recruit. That is a real brokerage business, and it's completely achievable with the right systems installed in this order. All right, let me land this. Here's the full blueprint for you guys. Okay, number 1, become the Zillow internally. Control the lead flow. Keep the margins high. Number 2, run one offer into one funnel. The goal is not just the leads, appointments as well. Number 3, AI speed to lead, plus a strict human follow-up cadence. Number 4, monetize through 60-40 or 50-50 split. Number 5, track the brokerage scoreboard weekly and the agent scoreboard daily. Number 6, train weekly, role play daily, run monthly deep dive clinics. Number 7, use your lead program as your recruiting offer. It is the most powerful one that is currently in the market. And number 8, install the leverage roles that remove you from daily production. The brokerages that execute this system will attract better agents, close more transactions, build a stronger revenue, and free the broker owner to focus on more strategic growth, not daily survival. If you want my KPI dashboard, agent standard sheet, and weekly training agendas, click on the link in the description page. Now, if you want my help installing this system inside of your brokerage, the link in the description to book a call with me directly. Look, we got one life, build a business that is worthy of it. I'll see you in the next one.